Hey everyone, it's Samantha from Scrapmaster's Paradise, and today I'm going to show you a very pale, fair skin coloring. When I'm doing skin, I'll show you what I want to talk about first. When I'm doing fair skin, I always make the center of the face the lightest part, and then I shade around where the hair would cover up some of the skin, and also around where her face is round. So that's my process. But I usually start with my darkest color here. A lot of times when I'm coloring, I start with my lightest color and move to make the color darker and darker. But with this one, I lay down my darkest color first. So for this one, I'm using 3 of the E's. I've got E00, E00, and E00. So I'm going to start with the E00 since it's the darkest. I'm just going to go right around the hairline and saturate the paper with the color. And I don't have any sort of technique to where my ink is going. I'm just kind of laying it down in those areas. I'm not specifically flicking or doing a circle motion. Right now I'm just laying down the color, and I'll blend it all out to make it smooth later. You can see my little area forming in the middle. I don't go necessarily all the way to the edge the first time I sweep through. Okay, so I laid down the darkest color, and those are going to be my darker colors of my face part. And I've got the E00, and I'm going to go around and blend out that line and make the line look really nice and soft. And this part tends to take a lot of ink. I tend to run out of my skin tones, and I really haven't run out of any of my other colors yet. And I color quite a bit, but I've had to replace some of my skin tones. I'm just going kind of wild around the edges here, softening that edge. I'm still leaving that center part very light. I can go in with the next color. And if you can see it on the camera, it's kind of subtle, but when you go over the darker color with the lighter color, it changes the color slightly. So you want to make sure you're going over the whole area so that everything looks the same color when you're done. So I just blended that out. Then I'm going to do the same thing with the line that's created here with the E00. Just blend. And I'm going to go all the way over all the color with the 000 once I've got that line blended out a little bit. Just changes the color just a little bit. And I'm not done yet, but you can tell I'm already left with the center being a lot lighter than the edges. So I'm going to go back in with the E00, which is my darker color. This time I'm going to do soft flicking around those same areas to build more of the dark. Okay, so got that, and I'm going to go over the whole thing with the E00 very, very lightly, so I don't make any of it too light, but the whole thing will be all the same. Just going over all of it. I want to make sure all my lines are gone. I'm left with just a really nice skin tone. While my ink's still wet, I'm going to color in her little rosy cheeks. I'm going to use RV00, which is one of the pinks I used down here, so it kind of blends together. Just add little subtle cheeks here. And I don't need to even blend because the ink is still a little bit wet, so it's going to create a little bit of blending naturally. So then, when I'm going over her skin areas that are on her body, I don't really have to do much shading. I'm going to have the same process. I start with my lighter color and color maybe where her shirt would be blocking some of the light, and then along the bottom of her arm. And then, of course, her neck would be blocked with her body. So it could be a little bit darker. This is E000 now. Go over the whole area. I'm not even going to use the E000 for this one, except just to go really light over the whole thing, but I don't have to do blending with it. This is E000, and I'm just going over it. Make sure we have the same colors as we do on her face here. Well, there you've got it. Her pale skin. Thanks for watching. Bye.